Hello, 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 hello. How is everybody today? It's Friday, or as some might say, Friday. So, I am so uninspired today. Don't ask me why. I do not know. Margot, you're here, but just listening, making brownie cheesecake bars. That sounds delicious. Ooh, those sound really good. Well, thank you for being here. I am going to be cutting some leaves, folding some card bases. And chit chatting with y'all. Lori, listening. Thank you. So that's what I'm doing today. I still got paint and stuff all over my. Oh, guys, I'm so unprepared. I am so unprofessional. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to be cutting leaves, making card bases. Just regular whoop whoop. Hey, Scotty J. So I showed you guys yesterday that I had these little leaves right here. And I was going to cut them out and I drew so I'm going to I'm going to do that. And then I'm just going to make some card bases, just a regular A2, cut them, score them, fold them. Simple, but mostly chit chatting with y'all. So where did I put my scissors? Till my fingers say stop cutting, we're going to do some fussy cutting right here. Y'all, I don't know if you saw it, but I ended up making another. Hola, Vicky. Denise. I ended up making another pumpkin, which is in my living room. I should have brought her in here and showed you. And then I ended up fixing Sleepy Pumpkin's eyes. I should go get him and lift. Where are you driving to? Don't tell me Ollie's. Don't tell me you're going to Ollie's again, Denise. And I should be asking you questions if you're driving. Makes me nervous when you're doing all that. Yes, Denise is always driving. I never go nowhere. She's always on the go. Okay, since you're chatting, let me tell you my woes. Okay, go ahead, Lori. Let me hear. Hubby is a pain. Just to Ollie's. To Ollie's. She's going to Ollie's again. Can I put my order in? No. Can I place my order? She's going to Ollie's. I need to go to my Ollie's. I need to go somewhere aside from the front yard. I think that would help me with my inspiration. Oh, you just left Ollie's, it says, not just two Ollie's. Okay, why is that not shown? Okay, another moderator handled it. Hopefully, another moderator showed it because I can't see it as if it showed. Anyway, Scotty J says, girl, I know how you feel. Hubby is a pain in my ass. Well, I mean, I think I have the word ASS as a blocked word. And the only reason is because of trolls. Try to keep trolls out. There's certain words that I don't allow on the channel because of that. And oh my God, Anne, I just got done watching your marketing, your stuff that you make for marketing. I don't mind if the word's used. I'm not against the word, but trolls, there's certain words that you have to block. The rooster word, the other word for rooster, I have that blocked because when I first started my channel 8 years ago, they would come in and say some really nasty stuff. And I was like, no, 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 no. I don't want to. It's one thing when I joke around with the people that I talk to all the time and stuff. And hubby's sister's hubby died last night. And He said, make the flight for Sunday or Monday. Sister alone, no kids or brothers or, oh my gosh. Or brothers or sister in area. Is your hubby working? Is that why? Is he not able to get off work until then? Is that what's going on? Or, I mean, I am so sorry, Lori. That is awful. No, he's a cad. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's awful. There's no urgency there. So I get why you're saying that. Was it an unexpected? Was he ill for a while? Oh, that breaks my heart to hear that. It scares me being alone here. You know, sometimes I think about if something happens to me, how long before somebody finds me? That's the crap that I think about. Yep, that's the stuff that goes through my mind, guys. You know, if it was, if this happened to me, you'd have a brother here in 5 or 6 hours. Yeah, if it happened to me, well, I don't have a hubby anymore, so I don't have to worry about that happening to me. But I don't think my family would show up. I know when my mom died, my one brother was here, so, but nobody else in the family showed up. But, you know, it was COVID also. Number for my family, you didn't know first, probably. And Denise would send for a welfare check. Okay, cool. That makes me feel a little more safe, a little more comfortable. My neighbor, she checks on me every few days. But like when I had my bilateral brain bleed, it was Mother's Day. I was here all by myself. And thank God I was able to call 911. You know, it's like, yeah, Denise has my back. Look, guys, I just made me a pretty fall leaf. It's nice and shiny, too. That would probably foil real good because it's. The only one I can. That is scary. It is scary. You know, being alone is great on some levels, but then on other levels, it sucks. You know, Trixie can't dial 911. You know, anyway, so when I had my bilateral brain bleed, I called 911 and my symptom was throwing up and headache. That was my symptom. I had a real bad headache and I was throwing up. And usually when I get a bad migraine, if I throw up, then I feel better after. Well, when I went and threw up, the headache got worse. It didn't get better. And so I called 911, laid down on the living room floor. I had to, thank God I had the front door unlocked and I was going in and out, in and out. Well, the people on 911 were like, oh, so you have a headache? That's why you're calling? Because you have a headache? And I was like, I finally told, I was like, I feel like I'm dying. That's what I told myself. I feel like I'm dying. And so they said, okay, we'll send an ambulance. And yeah, strokes, they don't give a whole lot of notice. Although I tend to get a headache when the blood pressure and stuff starts going up, which I get headaches a lot, but I can pretty much tell where the headache in my head is. I will, Lori. Um, that's a good idea. Forget where I was going with it. Anyway, so I get it. They send the ambulance, and my blood pressure wasn't that high, but I was going in and out, like dozing on and off, and the headache was unrelenting. It was awful, and everybody was treating me like I was just being a big baby with a headache, like, oh, she's just got a migraine or whatever. And they let me sit in the hallway when they brought me in from the ambulance. I sat there, I know, for a good half an hour or so on the stretcher complaining about my head. And they were just like, no big deal. I know they were waiting for a spot to put me in, but at the same time, it was like they were. Well, then they sent me for a CT scan. And then when they came back after the CT scan, it was like the whole environment changed. Everybody snapped. They started whispering when they were talking to me. And they were like, you're having a bilateral brain bleed, and we have to send you somewhere else. So I got to fly in a helicopter. And of course, as they're wheeling me out for life, they were life flighting me. And as they were wheeling me out, my brain, I'm like, I can't even film this. I'm a YouTuber and I can't even film this. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I want to film it, but I couldn't pick my camera. I couldn't pick my phone up to work it. It was like, and that's scary flying in a helicopter over all the trees and everything. I was like, but I was so like, yeah, that was crazy. That was a crazy day. I love my family, but it's like I was in ICU for 7 days. I had two visitors. One visitor was my best friend of 7 years, which if she saw an ambulance, she lives at the end of the road. And if she saw an ambulance coming down the road, she would be freaking out. But nobody really thinks about like a daily thing. But I don't either. So I'm bad about that too. So it's my fault too. The only problem with that, Lori, is I feel off every day. I'll be slurring my words and stumbling. That's an everyday thing, though. See, that's the problem. My thing is God's got some other plan for me because, yeah, what's weird is my one fall that I had before the thing came on. And this is such a morbid discussion, but it's something we all should talk about. I was getting up out of my craft chair and I was going back to the other side of my room, and it felt like you know when you get pushed and your feet come out from under you. That's how I felt. It felt like I got like my feet just went up out from under me, like I'd been pushed. But of course, nobody pushed me. There was nobody in here, and that was a few days prior to the event. It was really weird. And no, anybody don't. Your cousin died at 27 from an unexpected seizure. I was close to him. We would see him every time we would come, expect for a year. He wasn't talking to us because his dad blamed my aunt for the divorce. Oh, that's sad. I'm sorry, Danny. Yeah, Denise, I'm sorry about your sister. Yeah, it's like I get really bad headaches. So it's like, how do you know? Is this the headache? It's like Fred Sanford over here. It's the big one this time, Elizabeth. I'm sorry to make jokes, but you got it. If you can't laugh, you're gonna cry. I'm trying to cut the actual line off without losing. So yeah, it's like, none of my family is here. I mean, my one brother is, but not at the moment, Lori, because I have no transportation to the doctor. But that's going to change. I finally, like I told y'all, I finally got approved for disability. And so, which I don't know how good it's going to be, me driving Miss Magoo over here. But I should be able to start driving again in January to go to doctors and stuff. Yeah, I know it's not good, but what are you going to do? What you going to do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. Sick girls, sick girls. Ah. Hey, I look at it this way, you know, God has something planned for me because I'm still here. And, they were like really surprised at how much, I mean, I had to use a walker and everything after for a little while, and I had to go through occupational therapy and all. But considering I didn't lose any like mobility in my hands and things, I get a lot of dizziness. That's been a side effect. My left eye doesn't open, but other than that, and I can't, when the chat moves real fast, I get dizzy. It's like, oh, no, 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 no. That's why I miss a lot of comments because I can't watch the chat as it moves. Yeah, I think this is going to be, I got one more of these leaves to cut, and then we're going to make card bases. So, Danny, tell us about let's change the topic. Danny, tell us about the new house. How do you like it? Ta-da! Now I have two pretty fall leaves. Yeah, our community is. Wait. Something about police. Let me go up. Is there a way for seeing impaired to have hearing on YouTube? She has her own. Wait, okay. Let me go back up from it. It says, yeah, Vicky. I didn't even know he died until the next day. His dad had the police go up and tell. 4 hours later, didn't even do it at the service. I didn't even talk to him. Well, you know, I don't know. It's nice. I love it. Have my own bathroom. I told my big bro and sis-in-law we can play hide and seek. They're so big. Oh, that's cool, Danny. That's cool. For seeing impaired to have hearing on YouTube. Lori, if you're seeing impaired, are you deaf too? Is it hearing and visually impaired? I got hearing issues also, but all right, last leaf. I started this and put it aside, I think. I don't know why, but I did. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what I'm cutting these out for. Oh, so I can listen to the chat. Oh. Oh, I don't think so. No, there's no read the chat out loud. Then y'all would hear the chat being read. That would just be weird, right? I mean, it'd be cool when I'm watching y'all, but that's why you notice when the chats get real busy in y'all's chats, I kind of like go silent unless I've got something that I think it's funny or something. My tinnitus stays kicked in. Them crickets are always with me. They never shut up. They just change pitch sometimes. Um, Danny says, yeah, Big Bro and sis in law are coming for Thanksgiving, which I'm so excited. Oh, that's cool. That is awesome, Danny. It's like my son usually comes for Christmas Day. That's the one time a year I get to see my one son. Um, but next year, I think I'm going to try to figure a way to go see my youngest son. I haven't seen him in years. It's been years since I've seen him. He's in Virginia. I only have one ear that works. Oh, so not Ryan. Vicky says, my tinnitus kicked in during Ryan's interview last night. Could you tell it gets loud when I'm stressed? And I had to ask them to repeat what they were saying. Ah. And I applied for disability VA for my tinnitus, and now they send me a monthly check. It's small. It doesn't make up for the stress, but it's better than nothing. Yeah, I've got applications in with them. We'll see what comes of that. Everything's a process. Everything is a battle. I'm tired. I just want to craft. It usually comes for Christmas, but they will be on their honeymoon this year. Oh, yes, getting old sucks. What happened with me, my hearing, my tinnitus started when we have this festival once a year in Palatka called the Blue Crab Festival. And back when I used to go out and do fun things and stuff, me and my friends went and watched an AC/DC cover band, and I was a little too close to the speaker. Now, mind you, I wasn't drinking alcohol, but the next morning I woke up and I felt like I'd had a stroke or something. My ear was ringing, and I might have, and not known it, not knowing I have stroke issues. I have mini strokes. I don't know it. But I just felt off, and my ear's been ringing ever since. They say there's no damage to my ear, so they don't know why the tinnitus, but yep, I've got it. And every time I lose a certain tone in my hearing, the pitch changes. And they said that's me having more hearing loss every time the pitch changes. That's what the VA told me. How much true that is, I don't know. I don't always trust everything the VA tells me, to be honest with you. I just don't trust them. You know, they say one thing and they write something else in a file. So, you know, it's like, I don't trust them all the time. Same with me in left ear. Very frustrating. It is. I got mine in basic training. They said it would go away. It didn't. Huh. Yeah, it never goes away. I would go away. My gastritis issues I have while I was in, I just realized my gastritis issues I've had since I was in the military, and my other issues. Yeah, I got a medical discharge, so, but that's another battle. That's another battle. Life is a highway. I want to ride it all night long. Oh, no, no, no. We didn't do that. No, I didn't get tinnitus from boot camp. No, they gave us, we didn't have a lot of gun training. They gave us a pistol that we had to use at the shooting range. We had to learn how to take a big gun apart and put it back together. We had to pass that test. But of course, my brain, I didn't store that information. I didn't keep that. I did it long enough for the test, and then my brain threw that information out. Because my job did not require no gun. I ran a printing press. Now the printing press, I never had the ringing in my ears till after. So printing presses were loud, and we had to wear them squishy, what do they call them? Earplugs to protect our hearing. Test cell in Norfolk. What was the test cell in Norfolk? I wasn't ever stationed at Norfolk, so I don't know what that is. Been to Norfolk, but I was never stationed there. I was stationed at for Operations Specialist School. I was stationed in Dam Neck, right there in Virginia Beach. Yellow doodads, hearing. Oh, I worked in a hospital, was non-combatant. Don't know why they made me learn to shoot a rifle. Yeah, I'm surprised in the Air Force that they did. Army, I could see them because, you know, you never know who's going to be put into infantry or whatever, but they make everybody learn something about the gun. I mean, we had to go to the shooting range and we had to, you know, shoot the targets and all. They did. Did they teach y'all how to use your clothing as flotation devices? We had to learn that. Oh, you were a jet mechanic. Okay. The cell ran your engines to see if they, okay. The test cell ran our engines to see if they worked. Okay. Okay. Lori, you were in the Navy. I know they taught you. You take your pants and you do them just a certain way. You tie off the ends of, and then you take them by the waistband and you pull it down in the water real fast. It pushes air up into the legs, and that becomes a flotation device. They taught us how to do that. And they taught us where to, and I don't remember, but they taught us how to jump off the ship if needed. They did all that stuff in the pool. Oh, were you? Cool. We got a lot of non-veterans, but we got a lot of veterans in here too. This is really cool. All right, so I made some leaves. I think that would make a really cute card, but I would need a different color, and these would need to be inked. I think that would make a cute card. I'm trying to envision. Yes, I hated the pool. All the girls had to do was jump in the deep end and sink. Then we'd go get them. You know, that was, it was like, just jump. And I understand some people are scared of water, but if you're scared of water, why would you join the Navy? If you're scared of water, why on earth would you join the Navy? And help them to the low end. So wrong. Yeah, I wasn't one of the ones they made go help people. I didn't have a problem with that. That's like what the first week of boot camp. You couldn't do anything else until you passed the swimming thing. Yeah, but that's, well, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if that's different. You know, just because you, doesn't mean you're going to be a pilot just because you joined the Air Force. They should have at least had to be able to swim. They sank. They didn't get to stay if they didn't learn how to swim. They got released. If they didn't get to stay, if they didn't learn how to swim, that was something. They sank and let them ride. I didn't see. I know the girls who could not do the swimming, they got taken out. They disappeared out of our company. So they didn't get to keep them. They didn't get to stay. I really wish you could tell me which company. Because you were there at the same time. You came after me, but you came around the same time that I was placed into a new company. We had a couple of older ladies in our. We had one who was okay. Now you're making me think you were in my company, K131. You're making me think you were with me, mom and dad. Because I had a male and female. Oh, where is my book? Somewhere I have my book that they signed. I'm gonna sing a song, Lori, and you tell me if it brings back any memories. Let's see if I can remember how it goes. We had a song, and he was short. He was a little guy. Doom, 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 doom. The closest I got to being in the military, I was recruited to attend the Naval Academy. Had the highest ASVAB score in the state at the time. Oh, that's awesome, Denise. Okay, so then you weren't the only ones with a male and a female because I had a male and a female. CC. Buchanan. Was it Buchanan? No, it wasn't Buchanan. I was 88. Did you go to boot camp in 89? That would okay. Then you wouldn't have been. I was definitely in 88. Yeah, they made us stand on the line. They turned out all the lights, and then they made us listen to Lee Greenwood's song. All the things I love today. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I had to start again with just my family and my wife. Mm-hmm. To be living here today. My flag still stood for freedom. They can't take that away. Oh, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. That song gives me chills every time because of them turning the lights off on us. Yes, God bless the USA. And I proudly stand up and tornadoed a lot. Hurricaned, tornadoed, whatever you want to call it. Come back from the mess hall and the frickin' place would look like it was awful. Looked like a damn tornado went through. The beds were all turned up because thank you, Danny, but I disagree, but thank you. And I proudly stand up next to you and defend her still today. Yeah, we had people who had to stand watch. We're supposed to cycle through, but I might have stood it once. I don't remember standing it a whole lot. What am I doing? I want to make card bases, but I don't because I don't want to take the chance of this stuff getting. Let's make at least one card base. Let's do something productive other than just cut some leaves. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. Love this land. God bless the USA. Okay, guys, remember yesterday I was talking about the paint that I ordered that I thought was black? Hey, this is a good fall color. I think so. I think it's pretty. Um, I was painting some beads last night. I'm completely all over the place. And I think that's what we should do anyway. You knew how to look like you were running, just displacing your weight. Pom pom girl in high school. Uh, anyway, remember the color that I told you guys I ordered that I thought was black? And then it says it's black currant. And I was like, oh, it'll be like burgundy. Look at what color it is. It's purple. I ordered it to be black, but it's purple. That's what I wanted to do also. Yeah, we all did that. They would put us all in that line. And I was when you were at the end and the CC's at the other end, they couldn't see you when you were down, so you stayed down until you knew they were coming closer, and then you would pop up. And then don't do those sex education, although we would do them when the CC wasn't looking. The sex education push-ups, you know. I just changed course. We're gonna put these beads on the thingamajigger. Let's get my paper back off here. And my leaves. My paper and my leaves. We're gonna put these on some of this. And then we'll make a tassel. Now, I don't think these would look, I don't think the orange goes with it. What do you think? And then just the wood color one. Yeah, that was across all services. Yeah, I'm sure. They didn't like female push-ups. They wanted you to do the regular push-ups. Trying to think if I like the colors together like that. Hi, Fuzzy. You never did tell me if when I say the all in the oven, I'm back to chat. Woohoo! Woohoo, Margot. So Margot, have you gotten any new Lawn Fawn stuff lately? I haven't been looking at what they've been coming out with because of, I get that FOMO, that jealousy. Ah, you hated push-ups. You was 90 pounds wet, no muscle. Yeah, I wasn't a whole lot of muscles either. I was 120 pounds. Um, hey, that might look good, huh? If we put that on a thingamajigger. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Camptown Racers sing that song. Oh, the doo-dah day. Maybe if we... You're close to a milestone on this channel now. Yay! Have you put hashtag peeps in so you could share your channel? I don't know if I'm even... I have to go check you out. I don't remember. Do we know you, Fuzzy? What's your name? They are coming out with a new release next week. See you, paycheck. Oh, boy. Ah. There, Vicky knows what to do. Fuzzy is also New Horizons. Okay. I don't know if I know who that is either. I mean, oh, they're showing stuff at... Oh, I'm subscribed to you, Fuzzy. Okay. Harley the cat. Entertainment, baking, and cooking. I'll go check them out. Harley the cat sounds interesting. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Go home. Open this one back up so I can see the chat again. So you don't, Derek is your name. Okay. Go by Hope. That's my nickname. Hope is your nickname? Okay. We'll try to remember that. So, does it offend you when I go, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear? Dude, there were new people on my live today. Try to open the panel. You may still be able to connect with them. Okay, I'm going to listen and pack. Have to cook all the fresh veggies I bought yesterday. Okay, Lori. I'm not sure if I like the purple and the orange together, but I do like these together like this. I do like this purple. You know, you see those things that have these beads on them, and then they have the little tassel end? We're going to make that. We're going to try to make that. I saw a thing where somebody made the end. This isn't thick enough, though. This we're going to need it doubled up to make it. We're going to have to double that up. But we can do that. That's not a big deal. I think that's plenty. And we won't put the orange in. No, I don't get offended. My mom came up with the name Fuzzy Adventures and more. Okay, cool. Cool beans. Okay, I have to ask one other question. Are you a minor? I hear you talking about your mom. Sorry, Linda, I had to step away to video chat my granddaughter. She turned a month old. That's awesome. Yay. If you are, there's a reason I'm asking is because I want to make sure everybody knows to keep things kind of sort of clean if you are. Jennifer, hello. All right. Jennifer, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing. No, not a minor. Okay, cool. Okie doke. When somebody says their mom, until I know, I just want to, just want to make sure that we keep things, even though my channel is not intended for minors, it's intended for us adults. Okay, cool beans. All right, so I'm going to cut this just like so, right? This one here feels a little like it's not going to do what I want it to do. So I'm just going to cut the end off just to make sure it unravels the way I want it to unravel. Yes, she did. Can you believe it? After the start, she had a true blessing. Yes, definitely. Yes. She's a survivor. She's a fighter. She's got great things on the horizons. All right, I'm going to put these on here. Just going to doop, doop, doop. Somewhere I have a plastic darning needle that is intended for my looming, and I don't know where it's at. I need to find it because it would be so much easier just to put something like this on there and then work it through. Yeah, this is a shared channel between my family members and friends. Okay, cool. I mean, I'm not trying to anyway, I don't want to over explain. I just wanted to make sure that I'm not inappropriate. I don't want to influence any kids in the wrong way. You never know. You know what I mean. Yeah, I know what I mean. Because sometimes my mouth will slip and I'll say things that kids should not hear because I don't have a filter. Cheryl, good morning. Cheryl, I have to go back and replay. I'm so sorry. I put on CME and I made the mistake of eating breakfast because I got up at 5 and I woke up at 5 and I was like, okay, I'm up. I thought I drank some coffee. Well, then my stomach was like, oh yeah, I need to eat some food. And so I went in and I ate some food. I made me an egg and a English muffin. And I was laying there watching. I ended up laying down watching CME, and I fell asleep. And so I have to go back and do a replay. I'm so sorry. All right. All right, all right, all right. No problem. I always go back to sleep. I think you and I have a lot in common, Cheryl. I will admit our 5-year-old does watch your lives, Linda, but you have never done anything wrong. Okay, cool. But I'm glad to know that a 5-year-old's watching. It will make me behave a little bit better. You know, sometimes I say stuff and I know it's like goes over their heads at certain ages, but I try to keep it family friendly. But at the same time, you know, I think it's cool you got your kid watching the crafting stuff. So I think I've asked this before. How many people in here um do crafts of the sort? See, isn't that cute? And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to knot it so that it doesn't fall off this end down here. Just like so. Just so that that stays on. And then I have a little thing I can hook it onto a project or something if I want. Then I'm going to take this here and I'm going to, yes, Cheryl knits. Jeremy does the looming, Cheryl knits, Anne does awesome guys. You guys gotta go check out. I want that button machine. That is now something else I've added to do. I found some cool ones to do for fall with clothes. Oh, sweet. Jennifer, if I'm remembering correctly, you have a Cricut, right? Don't you? Didn't you do a lot of Cricut stuff for your wedding? Help me remember. Help, help me, Rhonda. Crafts, card making, baking are my things I like to do. Sweet. Hannah does, oh, that's cool. You do have a Cricut. I thought so. So you can do all kinds of cool stuff with Chloe. Okay, I see I should have done more than just two, but I only wanted a loop up here. So I want to make a tassel like end. Oh, you guys can make those so many things with the Cricut. Oh my gosh. It's like it opens up a whole world. um Did you know that they sell window cling material that you can make your own window clings? Y'all, I wish I could remember where I put it, but you also like to do somebody dot that for me so I can see those last two sentences endings. Somebody dot or I'll dot. I can dot. I don't know why I always ask everybody else. I can do it. Dot. Enter. There we go. Now I can see. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So I also like to do DIY repainting of furniture I found on the side of the road and just, oh, that's cool. I used to love to do that kind of stuff when I was younger. Margot has a Cricut, and do you have a Cricut? We need to get Melissa to get hers out. She's got one, but Melissa doesn't use it. It's like, I think it's still brand new in the box for years. All right. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. What I'm really, really going to do. Yes. And you love it. Yes. I love it too. I love it too. All right. What I'm going to do, what I'm really, really going to do here is, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I should plug in my glue gun. Life is a high. I don't know why I did that. I'm going to ride it all night long. You're going my way. I want to make it nice and poofy. So, this is the first time I've ever done this, guys. You know, I do a lot of my first with y'all, chit-chatting with you guys, hanging out. Cheryl saying, afternoon, everyone, again. Good afternoon, Miss Cheryl. So we're just going to do this like this, right? And we're going to cut this like this. And we're going to take this. Do. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we're going to pretend it is. Okay, we're going to tie this. I want it to go right dead smack in the middle and pull it down tight onto itself. So I'm going to bring it just like so. So I said to myself, and that didn't work. That didn't work, guys. That did not work. Cheryl! Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. You forgot you said hi? It's okay. You can keep saying hi. It's okay. I forget things too, so you're not alone in that world. Shake, 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 shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your groove thing. Shake your groove thing. Do a little dance and make a little love. Get down tonight. Boom, 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 boom. Get down tonight. Don't know where that came from, guys, but all right. Let's see. I want to tighten this up. And then I want to knot it. Make it like a knotter. Had to make you laugh, Cheryl. Cheryl! Wait, it's not late night. Shake those chi-chis, she said. I think right now we're all the girls, all the ladies. Get down tonight, bum 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 bum. Get down tonight, dum 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 dum. Do a little dance, a little love. All right, now I'm gonna take. See, this is where the hot glue would come in really handy. And we're just gonna tie this. We're gonna wrap it around. Wrapping. Get the twine a wrapping. Right. And see, this is where the glue would come in really handy, but you know. You was dancing? Was everybody cheer dancing? You noticed that if the cameras are shaking, we're dancing. All right. Tie that tight. I don't know how this is going to look or not, guys, but thank you so much for hanging out with me. Real tight. Make it real tight. Okay. Now we're going to snip that off. We're going to snip all this off. Just like so. And then we're going to make these even. Right? If this works, then I can make finger tassels too. Okay, I mean, that would look like an okay tassel. But we want it fuzzy. Because Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Linda Jeremy's laughing. That's cool. I'm glad I made everybody laugh. I love to make people laugh. Just like you do, Cheryl. I know that you do. Say, do a little dance. Make a little love. We're finger dancing. Get down tonight. Do. Get down tonight. Boom, 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 boom. All right, and you see how these are all twisted up and braided up? We're going to undo them. Yes, we love to laugh. I love to laugh. Laughing is good for the soul. So we're just going to come along in here. And we're just going to unwrap them. Linda, how about you just do it like that? Just pull it apart. I saw somebody else use like a comb, but I don't have a comb sitting here. and they just combed it out and they made it all fluffy and it looked really pretty. And I'm like, I want to do that. I want to be I want to be a big kid and do the cool crafts too. Uh, just make it fuzzy, fluffy like hair. Look, look, y'all see that? Like that. That's what we want. I need a comb. Crafting and Comedy Hour with Linda. Yeah. Hi, Carl. Welcome in. Y'all, if you want to see Dublin without going anywhere, you want to go virtually, go to Dublin, go to Carl's channel. Carl, type in #peeps. And y'all can virtually go to Ireland, Dublin, Ireland. I'm going to go there later today. I'm going to go on a virtual trip because I want to go to Ireland. I do. I want to see, what is it, the cliffs of I don't remember, but I want to see them so bad. And I want to see the glens, and I want to see the castles, and I want to look for 4-leaf clover. I'm not really. I know a lot of people like the pubs and all that. I'm not so much really interested in seeing the pubs, although I love to listen to the I forget, I don't know what they call them. They're not called ditties, they're songs. So I love to listen to them singing. There once oh Danny boy, the pipes are calling. Love that song, although I don't know all the words, but Danny boy. That's my mom loved that song too. Makes me think of my brother. Yeah, we got him to laugh. Woohoo! Woohoo! You was finger dancing too, Danny? Cool beans. How many people know that song? Oh, Danny boy. Ree! What are you doing awake? Guys, Ree is one of my longtime subscribers. Recreate. Her name is Rihanna. We call her Ree. She's the one who got me this glass mat. My gosh, years ago. I think I've told y'all that story before if you've been here for a while, but she's in Australia. She's down under. Scott! Scott's in the house. What time is it over there, Ree? So Ree is over there with you can't sleep, huh? Yeah, she's over there with they're not connected, I don't think. And probably not even in the same area as Down Under Cruisers. But she's in the same country with them. 3:57 a.m. Saturday. Oh no, Troublemaker Scott is here. Everybody, Margot says hi. Ree and everyone, hi, says Margot. So Margot, do tell, how did those cheesecake brownies come out? Hey guys, let's find out about those and then we'll talk about the Match Game Live tonight, starring Scott and TJ's Destination, right? Isn't it TJ's Destination coming on with them tonight? They're in the oven? Okay. Making me want some. The pipes are calling from Glen to Glen. Do. I'm making a mess. That's what I'm doing, y'all. I'm just making a mess. I'm trying to make it look cool. I need to comb it. Trying to think where I have combs. I just don't know where. Yes. Okay. Forewarning. The Match Game is adult content. Put the kids to bed. The kids in another room with a kid movie on or something. It's almost autumn time, Linda. We are heading into spring soon. Yes, it's August, which means back to school. Kids have gone back to school, and our summer is coming to an end soon, I hope. Although I don't think summer ever truly ends here in um, Florida. But you know, Ree, you should check out Anne's channel. She's a really good crafter too. She's pretty cool. It's pretty good. Y'all, Anne is Ree is a crafter. She has a lot of. She's disabled also. She has some health issues and stuff. So, all right, let's just. They used a comb, so it looked so much nicer for them. It's like I'm just making it. I'm making it look like my hair, a frizzy mess. I think it'll be pretty though when I finally get done. Mona did what? Is in the house. Hi, Mona. Mona. Hey guys, what is it y'all do? I don't have the music to play, but you'll be happy that I'm going to be tidying my craft room soon, Linda. Yes, I will be. I will be happy when I start seeing you making cards and things again, because I know that you love to do all that stuff and you were good at it. Yes, ma'am, I will be. Mona is in the house. Mona is a quilter, y'all. She does awesome quilting stuff. Mona, you can share your link, hashtag peeps. So people want to learn how to quilt and stuff, they can go find out. This Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. He had no hair because it's all right here. Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen. Quilting is beautiful. I hate to sew, says Margot. I like to sew with a sewing machine, and I like to make quilts, little quilts. Jelly roll quilts are the easiest. Do you still craft on video chat, Linda? Yeah, some days I do. With Melissa, Facebook message. Yes, sometimes I still do. Yep. If I'm awake and they call me, I answer. Denise, Melissa. Yeah, sometimes we still do that. Right now, Melissa's out in the over yonder. She's out in the deep blue sea. I don't want to start singing Under the Sea. I don't want that song stuck in my head again. She's out in the boat. That's probably why she's not here right now. We could craft together too if we're both awake, right? It's just that time difference is huge. It's like I used to crochet all the time, but my arthritis stopped, so I switched my hobbies. So I switched hobbies. Yeah, I like to crochet too. And the carpal tunnel, between the carpal tunnel and the arthritis, it's like if this was a metal handle, I would have pain right now going all the way up. This is such a slow process. I'm so slow at this. That girl I watched, she was like, comb, comb, comb. It was all done. I'm over here an hour later. I guess I didn't really need as much as I did, but oh well. Live and we learn, right? We live and we learn. Yeah, I sleep a lot lately too. I don't know what's up with my I'm not gonna get too fussy with these last couple because yes I am. I say that and then I'm like I'm gonna have to find a comb and comb it out. Because that's what she did. That's what the lady I wish I could remember her name so I could give her credit. But one of those DIY crafters, you know. So have y'all seen yeah. Uh, I think the heat is part of my problem. I think this heat. I think once the weather cools off and I'm able to leave this room more often, because I don't have AC in the other part of the house. Well, there's an AC out there, but it isn't going to do anything. It's just going to run the electric bill up, and it's like there's just no sense in it. Okay, guys, looks like a horsetail, doesn't it? This piece can be cut off since it's not abiding by where I want it to be. Boo. Let's hope. I should put hot glue and put something there, a little something to hide that, but you guys get the idea, right? I'm not going to undo these last two. I'm just going to leave them. You can make a witch broom that way too. If you look, guys, if you wrap it around a dowel, look at this. Imagine. Just use your imagination. Pretend the beads aren't there. Imagine that on there. Look, it's a witch broom. So if you got a little girl and she wants a witch broom for her Barbie, I'm gonna have to make one for my Barbie. I keep telling you I have a Halloween Barbie. Have I showed y'all my Halloween Barbie? Mm-hmm. The pipes are calling. That's what Eddie flies on every morning. I am too, Anne. And you're further south than me, so it's even hotter down there. They said we're only going to get to 85 today. I don't believe them because it's like this. The sun is worse nowadays than it was when I was a kid. Maybe it's the ozone issues or whatever. I don't know. But I know that I walk out there and that sun is like burning my arms when I go out there. Look at that. That's cute. A little tiny leaf would look cute on that. Scott and cheese. Maybe it says cheddar cheese. It does say cheddar cheese. Okay. You're not ready for warmer weather? Oh, I'm ready for cooler weather. That's what we did. That's what took us a whole hour. I didn't even get my card bases made. But look, a little tiny leaf would look really cute on that, don't you think? And that'll look cute hanging on projects and things. Or heck, that'd make a cute keychain. You could even put letters on it. It says it's 88, but feels hotter than that. They said our high was only 85. I think I said that. I think I'm repeating myself. So, all right, honest opinion. Was it worth sitting here watching me do this for this whole thing? Yeah, so if I comb all that, let's comb it out. Yeah, the humidity. I don't know. I know that Scott is having like 110 degrees today. He had like 118 degrees yesterday. And then maybe a dry heat, but that's hot. And hot is hot. And it's hot, hot, hot. There you go, Scott. You're hot, hot, hot weather wise. See, I have my own sound effects too. So we played with our little balls today. We made some leaves. Oh, that's crazy. It is crazy. I'm like, I remember getting onto the school bus in the afternoon. Because when you leave in the morning after your first, yeah, we're running Fahrenheit, Ray. Sorry, I don't know what you run down there in Alaska. Down under. Mona did what? It's only 83 here today. Does it feel like 83 though? That's the question. Oh, okay. It's Friday again. I started hearing noises again. It's the garbage men. How hot is it? Oh, wow. It's not match game yet. Celsius, Alaska. What's Alaska? Feels like 93. Yeah, see? Okay, I'm missing something. Why does it say top messages? Gotta go. See you soon. Okay, Margot, thank you for hanging out with me today. Hopefully, I get to see you tomorrow. You said Alaska and said, okay. I have Melissa on the brain then. I'm used to saying that. Australia. Australia. How do you guys say it? I know you don't say it like we do. You don't say Australia. You say Australia. I forget how y'all say it. Spell it like you say it. Ree. Play phonics with me. Let's play the phonics game. Can you spell it the way you say it? That's another accent that I like. I like the Australian accent, the Aussie accent, and the Irish accent. I love both of those. Not to offend anybody, but you know, a lot of people are like, oh, I love the English accent. I don't care for the British accent too much. It's not mine. I mean, I've met some really nice people from over there, but I'm not like, ooh, I like that accent. You know, y'all know what I mean. I better shut up before I offend somebody. Uh, we'll have all you like this over here. Australia. 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 That's how I heard it said. Okay. Linda. It's like, Linda's talking again. She needs to learn to keep her mouth shut sometimes. Put a love, y'all. Yep. Comedy hour with Linda. We love to shorten words, do you? We like to make our words short too. Hence everybody texting LOL. The kids nowadays, they don't even talk. They just go LMAO. GTFO. Y'all know that one, right? Linda has lost it long time ago, Danny. A long time ago. I'm getting myself prepped for tomorrow night in case I end up on screen. Oh, that's another one that y'all need to keep your eyes open for. The Usual Suspects on Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. Long, long time ago, I remember. All right, guys. I don't want to leave. Y'all are in here. I'm having so much fun. Yeah, it is going to be fun on there. Hey, you know how everybody's hanging Labubu's off their purse? We could just hang these off our purse. We can make that a new fashion trend. How about that? Just hang that from our purse. And then we can put whatever we want. Like I could put fall 2025 on here. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me now. Hey, work, work, work it up, baby. Do you own one, Linda? What? Do I own what? A Labubu? No, I would never own a Labubu. Jimmy! Jimmy's in the house. No, I would not own a Labubu. But I watch YouTube and I see what everybody's saying. Jimmy, welcome to the madness. Oh, yeah, it's very mad. We're all just a little bit mad here, as a Cheshire cat would say. Yeah, I don't want one either. They're evil looking. I have no desire for a Labubu. Labubu. That's why I'll just hang this if I ever carry a purse again off there. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah, I was going to write on there. Expensive and not my thing. Yeah. Yeah, I think they're ridiculous. Some of these trends that they're coming out with, like the I don't know how to pronounce it, the boucle, whatever, chairs and couches. I'm like, they look like old rundown freaking teddy bears. Why on earth would anybody think that's fantabulous? I'm sorry if anybody does in my chat. I don't mean to offend you, but filter, I don't have one. Sorry. uh, there we go again. There's Linda's talking again. There she goes again without her filter. You don't own a purse either, Jimmy? Oh darn, I own one. I made one. Matter of fact, I made my own. Made it out of I walk around with a constant American flag because it has stars and stripes and little flags all over it. All right, I'm gonna put. See, people are coming in. I don't want to leave, but I don't know what to make. There's nobody else on right now, right? I'm not stepping on anybody's toes, right? Let's see. If we do 20, 25, FAL. No, we need it to be FALL. We just put 2025 on it. We won't put 2025. There you go. See, it could be something like for a senior in high school. 2 0 2 5. SENIORO. I don't know any seniors, and I'm just doing this just to show you guys. Uncle Skugga Radio is in the house. Y'all want some good listening music? Uncle Skugga is Jimmy, for those that don't know. Embossing the letters on there could be fun and cute too. Stamp and heat and emboss. Yeah, it could be. I haven't pulled out my stamps in a few days. I'm like, okay, we're going to write it though. In, oh, I don't know if the black is going to show up on here, but we're going to find out. We can go. You know what I can do? I don't have to stamp it. We could foil it. We could do anything we want to it, really. I don't know if this is going to show up or not. Oh, yeah. You could do it their school colors. I just happened to do it this colors. But I could have done it like blue and gold, blue, white, and gold. Nap time. Have a great day. Okay, Mona. You haven't had yours out in a few years. I know. I'm on a DIY kick right now. But look. And when they get ready to actually graduate, they could just use to hang that off of their hat. I don't know, y'all. I'm just making crap up. But there we go. So now it says senior Senor, 2025. If I keep stay here, I'm going to keep doing crazy things. But that would have been cool if I'd have had him painted like blue, white, blue, white, blue, white, blue, and that would have represented. Then I could get a little have the Cricut cut out a little ram, and I could put a little ram there for the Interlochen Rams, or I could have put IHS on it for Interlochen High School. Oh, I'm glad you like Crazy Linda. I like Crazy Linda too. She's fun. And then we got oh look, I could put if this was blue, white, blue, white, blue, white, I could put IHS right there in between of 2025. How cool is that? That's cool. Or if I did it blue, white, gold, blue, white, gold, blue, I could put PHS for Palaca High School, or whatever colors your high schools are, you can do. You know, your schools. You could even make them for like kindergarten and stuff. Look, and then you can mess it all up. You know, I mean, they're different. It's, you know, they're still trending, I think. You can always make a hungry caterpillar too for the little kids. You can always turn it into a caterpillar. See? Don't it almost look like one? All right, guys. I'm getting a little bit off kilter. I think my blood sugar is getting low again. Wee, it's so wiggly, right? Rainbow fidget. Mm. You need to eat. Yeah, I think so. I think the brain is like saying, give me some food. We've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. I think we did good. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. I love y'all. I love our time together. And I will see you at the match game tonight for sure. Who else is on this afternoon? Eddie has a list. Danny Dizzle, feed me, Seymour, your brain is saying. Yeah, why is it blocking that? That doesn't. Another moderator just handled this. Can y'all see what Danny wrote? Have a good day, my friend. Thank you, Vicky. Before I go, I want to see if y'all can see what Danny wrote about feed me, Seymour. Your brain is saying. Seymour, feed me. I don't know why that would be blocked. That doesn't make any sense. I'm waiting a second before I start singing. I want to know if y'all can see what Danny. I'm eating Popeyes. Oh, I can't eat their chicken. It's too spicy. You see it, but you don't understand it. Okay, see, there was this show called Rocky Horror Picture Show. And this guy named Seymour had a plant. It was a Venus flytrap, and he was feeding it people. And the plant would talk to him, and it would say, Seymour, feed me, Seymour. Anne can see it. Okay. Ree sees it. All right. Good deal. All right, y'all. I hope everybody has a wonderful afternoon. I've said this already. Y'all know what time of day it is. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Hope you enjoyed the show. Bum, 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 bum. Goodbye, everybody.